battery in the battery box. I've been letting the shock mount soak in a penetrating oil. This is really good shit. It's no longer available retail, but a friend of mine gets it through his shop. Best penetrating oil I've ever used. So, I'm going to go ahead and remove this battery. It's so much easier to remove the battery with the air box out than it is to try to come up through the subframe. Well, not too much damage as a result of prior battery acid venting. Sure is dirty in there. Well, I'm getting ready to take it to the DMV. I filled out the statement of facts this morning, and I'm not anticipating any issues. I had the prior owner did a VIN check with a CHP in 2014, so I'm hoping they'll accept that documentation. Otherwise I'll have to go through the VIN check again. Well, I spent some time degreasing the engine today. So I took care of the top of the gearbox, degreased the starter compartment and the starter. Probably going to pull that starter out of there and go through it. Probably check it for brushes and just do a cleanup on it and paint it. I have another starter that I rebuilt ready to go to put in it. I may do that or just rebuild this one. I also degreased all the push rod tube seal area. It was leaking or seeping on the push rod tubes, and that's been degreased. The bottom of the pan's been degreased. The timing chest area I'm going to tackle tomorrow, and I'll clean all that up. It's a messy job. Decades of grease buildup on this engine, particularly on the bottom of the oil pan. So I got in there and cleaned out that entire compartment. There was a mouse nest in there, lots of leaves. So it's coming along. Today we're going to start polishing this case. I've already got a start on it. And I use these Dremel green pad bits. I don't actually buy the Dremel brand. These are a much cheaper Chinese knockoff. They come in different grits and they're very inexpensive. They don't last very long. But they work well, so here we go. So So all I'm trying to do right now is get the corrosion off the aluminum, and then I'll work it by hand with some polish. I use an old wooden ruler and a rag, and I just use some Autosol to, once I get the corrosion off, to just kind of put a shine on it. I'm going to switch to a coarser grit here. I'm going to polish some of this out just to demonstrate what it looks like after I take some of those buffing marks off of it. I'm not going to use the Autosol. I'm using a less expensive polish as a first go, just to get some of the dirt out of it. I prefer this to vapor blasting. By just periodically rubbing it down. Once the cases are cleaned in this manner, it's very easy just to wipe it down, and it gives you kind of an original diamond sheen to it. It takes a while though to bring it out, and there's still a lot of dirt in that aluminum, but the initial polishing is the most difficult, but then, like I say, after a while you just kind of wipe it down, and the shine and the luster comes back with the original. You can see the oxidation I'm still pulling off of that. But the polish will get rid of the marks I made from using the Dremel, and eventually it will look like my R90/6, which I've used the same process on it, and you can see how that aluminum is a very natural looking aluminum, but it's got a bit of a shine to it. I used to do that with my Brit bikes. Get all the oil out of the aluminum first, get all the dirt and oil out of it, and then a couple scrubs with some polish, and then it's easy to maintain it that way. So this side I've already got a start on too, but I'll probably be 2 or maybe 3 sittings with the engine in the frame, polishing it out. I don't want to take the engine out yet, so I'm just trying to get it presentable now, so this is a good first effort. I also do this on the rear diff and the wheels. And then the chemical guys make an aluminum sealant, and I'll rub this down on the engine case and on the wheels, and then all I have to do is blow the dust off. This lasts for one coating lasts for about 8 months. It's very easy to apply. just wipe it on, let it set up a little bit, and then wipe it off. And it really does seal the aluminum. It does a very nice job. So once I get these, all the oxidation and dirt out of this aluminum, then polish it and then seal it. Well, I spent the day polishing the engine and the carbs. It's a first effort. It'll take repeated applications of time and effort to get it the way I want it. Nothing's installed permanently. The starter cover's coming back off, air cleaner, carburetor's all coming off. I'm just getting it ready to take to the DMV next week. So spending time cleaning it up because I don't want to start tearing into it yet. Next stop, DMV. I gotta say, I'm not crazy about degreasing. I don't mind the polishing so much, but the degreasing is a pain. Coming along. I can't wait to start tearing into the mechanicals. Start getting it back on the road. The cleaning's okay, but the fun part is the mechanicals and sorting the bike out.